All right, everybody. Hi, Anne.
Hi, Ab.
I feel like we have so much to talk about.
So much. I was chomping at the bit this morning.
No, I was.
Like,
Me too. I was like flying through my notes app. I'm like, and then I want to talk about this, and then I want to talk about this.
I know.
How was your vacation, first and foremost?
Vacation was so good. So my family gets this house down in East Ham. They have for the last, I want to say 20 years. Like I remember being there as like an 8 and 9-year-old. So I think it's 20 years. So it was my next door neighbors from growing up. And they have this awesome house right on the bike path. It's like maybe a 5-minute drive from Nautilite Beach. And if you know my family, we're big beach people.
You guys do it the right way. And I love that
we
about
just
you.
pick the most like difficult beaches to go to. The National Seashore people don't fuck around.
No, they don't.
They take their jobs so incredibly seriously, which is fine. I almost got in a fight with one of them. So at Nautilite Beach, you used to be able to park at the high school, which is like maybe a half-mile walk. And you'd be, whatever. It sucked to like carry all the stuff, but that was an option because the parking lot fills up so fast. You have to be there at like 7:30 in the morning and half of it's residents only, which whatever. And so my dad was trying to drop us off because one of the ladies we were with had like, 6 hip surgeries, knee surgeries. Like she can't walk that far.
No.
And they were doing construction at the high school, so we weren't able to park there. And this park ranger woman comes screaming at us, "You can't unload there. You're stopping traffic, blah, blah, blah." And I go, "What are our other options?" And she goes, "Wait in line like everybody else." And I said, "There's cones up." Like they weren't even allowing people to wait in the line to park in the parking lot because it was already full. And I'm like, "Ma'am, we can't park at in the high school parking lot anymore. What are we supposed to do?" Mind you, there was one car behind us and they just scooted on around. We weren't holding up traffic. It was 9:00 in the morning.
Oh my God.
It's okay. And I almost got into a full brawl with her and she started my day off. I started hot, but you know what? We persevered.
And we're adding her to the list of enemies, and that's all there is to it.
Next time I see her, brother, hands on sight. But it was just, it's always the best week to just sit with my family, and we always do a day in P-Town. We had like 2 or 3 rainy days, which was kind of brutal because like I just want to go to the beach, But there was one day where it was overcast and we just sat in sweatshirts on the beach and it was still so fun. I got in the water. And then Saturday was our last like full beach day and we were there by 7:30 in the morning and we didn't leave till about 4:45 and I put it in a long day's work.
And that's what you have to do.
And it was amazing. And there's a fire pit out in the backyard. They actually made their own putting green and a driving range. Like it's the best house.
Wow,
it
that's
really
awesome.
is. But they're selling their house in Quincy and moving into their house down the Cape. So it was our last year.
Oh, that's really sad.
I know, which is such a bummer, but
you guys will find something else.
Yeah, the best memories in the entire world. And I'm just so grateful.
Oh, that's amazing. Do you feel refreshed?
I do, but like coming back from vacation is so brutal. Like you just sit at work and you're like, none of this matters.
Girly, preaching to the choir because I'm about to go back. Like the Sunday scary is not this Sunday, but the Sunday after.
Do you go back the Wednesday after Labor Day?
We go back the Tuesday. Kids come back the Wednesday.
Oh my God.
And it is the Sunday scaries like you've absolutely just never seen. I always think of the episode of SpongeBob when he's like, this isn't your average everyday darkness. This is advanced darkness. That's those Sunday scaries. Those are advanced
I
Sunday
can't
scaries.
even imagine because I remember being a kid and going back to school and you were excited because you got to see your school friends again and back to school shopping and wear your outfits and whatever. But being a teacher, no thank you.
I mean, and I love my job. Like imagine if I didn't like my job, it'd be even worse. No. But it's just, I've already, and I'm sure people who work in education can relate to this, but I know that it's back to school time when I start having nightmares about the upcoming school year. It's like,
oh my God.
And it's stupid stuff that would never, like, last night, I had a dream that I just could not control my class and they were crazy, screaming at the top of their lungs. I couldn't do anything to reel them back in. And I woke up and I was so stressed. And then I was like, that would never happen. That's never happened to me in my 7 years of teaching. It's not going to start now.
No, but I totally understand. Like, it's just the anxiety and the anticipation. Like, that's what it is. It's like the waiting.
It's exactly what it is.
I hate the waiting of anything.
Me too. I totally agree with you.
But like one weekend, you're going to be like, all right, we're back.
Yep.
You're on the saddle again and you're going to crush.
And this brings me to my next point, which is like, I get that, I go back to school, whatever. But why is everybody rushing summer to be over?
Abby.
I actually can't get into it because,
Abby.
and you know what? But I will get into it in heavy detail because It really irks me. And I get it. Pumpkin, this,
No.
that, whatever. No, I'm not ready. Like,
Nothing grinds my gears more. If Labor Day hasn't happened yet, stop pushing this on people.
and even then, like, you can still enjoy a beautiful summer
September
beach
is a
day.
gorgeous month.
Totally agree with you. Couldn't agree with you more, actually.
It's just so absurd to me. I understand people that don't like the heat and whatever, blah, 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 blah. Summer is the most enjoyable time.
I totally agree
It
with you.
really is. Like everybody's in a better mood. You get to be outside. This is how human beings are supposed to live.
Mm-hmm.
And rushing out of that is like no one can just live in the fucking moment.
I totally agree with you. It's like,
can't.
because the other, like, okay, in June, I went into Target, back to school supplies. I'm like,
No.
I got out of
No.
school 1 week ago.
No.
And there's back to school supplies. And then I'll go in now and it's like
Christmas.
I'm like, in what world is that normal? It's
just-
August.
It drives me nuts. I mean, obviously marketing professionals play into the fact that human beings just simply need to like look ahead. But I just don't understand rushing back into having to be inside and layer up and all of this. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I never will.
Nope.
It's just,
And
it's
I've-
aggravating to me.
It is. It's ridiculous. And I've told you, every time I go to the beach and I'm like, I don't really want to dunk right now, I think to myself, it's going to be February so soon. And then I dunk and nothing matters because
Nothing
it feels
matters.
so much better living that way.
Do you want to swim with me on my birthday this year?
Of course I do.
Okay. Come
Why
on
not?
in.
I would love to. That'd be so fun.
My poor dad. I started this, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I started this tradition. I think I was in 6th grade and my birthday's November 1st and the ocean is my favorite thing in the entire world. So I swim every year on my birthday. And my dad's just like such a good doobie. Like, he's like, oh, fuck, I thought this tradition was going to fizzle out and
And it never
it
did.
just hasn't.
No, I think it's like the sweetest thing of all time, actually. And I really look forward to it every year.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was nice when we were in Florida because
I
it was
bet.
legit bathwater.
That's easy.
We were both like, yay, like wading into the water.
Well, and that's why I have started the challenge of the entire month of August. My goal has been to touch the ocean every day because we live on the water
Seriously.
and we don't take advantage of it enough.
No.
I see the water every day, but it's not enough.
There are people living in Boise, Idaho.
So true.
That's a landlocked state, right?
I'd assume so.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah,
right
yeah, we
enough.
get-
Yeah.
And
Potatoes.
and they don't even know what a wave looks like.
No.
Besides the internet, and that's sad.
The internet.
And that's
so
sad.
true. So true. I couldn't agree with you more.
I'm glad we're in agreements on that.
Yeah,
because
of course. Of
it's
course.
just, and I love a pumpkin coffee.
Me too.
But
When it's time.
I'm having it in November.
Yes.
Before Thanksgiving. Like
Yes.
when we started making cornucopias in school, that's when you can start wearing your autumn shit.
Totally agree with you.
Okay? September and October, still summer.
Still summer.
Still summer. Our seasons have shifted.
I
So-
agree with you. Especially, now.
And when I'm president,
And another thing.
that's what I will be running on.
That's a great platform to run on, by the way.
Would you like to be my VP?
Yeah, I would love
We
to.
need 2 women in the house.
We need
Big
it.
time.
This country
Big
would
time.
never allow it, though.
Never. Are you kidding me? They don't even want us to have rights.
We could barely do this podcast. Oh, man. Speaking of men that aren't horrible, I saw the Jonas Brothers last week.
How was it? And so did Justin.
Justin did too. Justin, let's get your
Justin,
perspective
yes.
first because you saw them at Yankee Stadium.
I did. So I saw him in Yankee Stadium.
Hold on, we can't hear you. I don't think that's plugged in.
Oh, is it not plugged in?
It might be plugged in, but it's not on.
Yeah, no.
No.
You're echoing. Like it sounds like
Hold,
you're just
please, for
talking into
technical-
this
for
mic.
Technical difficulties.
How's this?
There we go.
There
Here we
he
go.
is.
There we go. Here I am. Okay, so it was actually really fun at Yankee Stadium. I got to say too, I think I was a good perspective because I wasn't into the Jonas Brothers.
No.
Like I didn't
Yeah.
grow up liking them. It was
No.
obviously like I went for Alyssa. She's like, we're gonna go to a Jonas Brothers concert. I was like, okay. I gotta say,
Such a
first
good
off, their
doobie.
new stuff is pretty good.
So good.
Thank you.
I kind of like
Totally
their new
agree.
stuff. And like
That's because we were telling you it was produced by John
John
Bellion.
Bellion.
and I was pumped. He came out in New York and sang
He
a song
did?
with
He
them.
did?
He did.
I didn't even see that anywhere.
Either.
Yeah, so he came out and sang a song with them, and then during their intermission, what's his name?
Jimmy Fallon.
Came
Jimmy Fallon.
out and he
I saw
did
that.
The Killers.
Yeah,
Mr.
which was
Brightside.
Mr. Brightside, which is pretty good. But yeah, no, all right. So they were good. Their new stuff was good, and I thought they were like a better band because so Alyssa, what was that movie they put out on Disney? Like when
Camp
they
Rock.
Camp Rock.
not the Camp Rock movie, the one that was like the movie of their first big concert.
Oh,
tour
the
that
Jonas
they
Brothers
did.
like live concert experience.
Yeah, and she made me watch it like before we went, and I watched it, and we were both laughing because I was like, Alyssa, like they're not good.
Where
Like,
is that? Disney Plus?
It's on Disney Plus.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
I was
gonna
like,
have to check it
like,
out,
they're
honestly.
genuinely not good. I was like, did they even edit
I've
the
ever seen
sound or
that.
anything? Like, how did
Well,
their
they were
producers get away
little.
with this?
I only watched Happiness Begins. I
Yeah.
didn't watch that one.
If you go back and watch it, you'd be like, what the hell was that?
But at
They're
the
just
time,
infants.
I was feral for that shit.
for sure.
Of course. Are you kidding me?
100%. But now they're actually like really good. Like,
Yeah.
they're
They're so
all
good.
really good.
They're
And it was a
very good
concert.
performers. Like
Yeah.
they really put on a very, very good show. And Andy and I have seen them before, so we knew that. But they really did put on just an incredible show. The only thing I was bummed about is the first night of the Boston shows.
Yeah, you went night 2.
I went night 2.
Okay.
And on night 1, they brought out Kyle Gordon, the guy from TikTok who sings like the parody Planet of the Bass.
Okay, I felt like such a boomer because people were sharing videos of that, and I was like,
No, I
what's
only know what it is
happening?
because I'm like chronically online, like obviously.
Yeah, but like who?
So
I watched.
he's the kid that does the videos, and it's like the
Is it like a
caption,
bit?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
The caption is like the kid who's no fun, and he'll be like, "Greg, your mom said that you had to come inside at 4:00." Like he just is like awful, and so like they're wicked funny though. And so he made this parody video of basically like Euro tech dance music. And it's called Planet of the Bass, and it's him, and his alter ego is DJ Crazy Times, and he sings it with this girl, Billiana Electronica.
But isn't it like?
But it's a parody, and they
Yeah,
did it.
okay.
They like filmed it in a mall.
Yeah,
of the
okay.
two of them being like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just so stupid. But I thought it was so funny, and it always gets stuck in my head. And like one of the lines in it is like, "Women are my favorite guy. Sex, I'm wanting more." Like it's just so stupid. And I guess when Joe Jonas first saw it, he thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever seen.
Stop.
Like he just could not stop laughing at it. So for Joe's birthday, Nick and Kevin went and brought Kyle
No,
Gordon
I'm
to the show.
Dying.
And he performed Planet of the Bass. And like 25% of the audience was like, yeah, like feral because thought it was so funny.
Right.
And the other 75% was like, what the fuck is
The
happening?
videos
right
of
now?
people's faces had me rolling. Some
Oh.
girl goes, "What's happening?"
No, it was so.
She's like looking around for like Ashton Kutcher to pop out. I swear to God.
I wish I saw it so bad because I think it's the funniest
That's
thing.
such a good bit. That's like
it's so funny.
way too much inside baseball, but like that is a great bit.
Yes. Oh my God. It was. I could not stop laughing. And like Joe thought it was the best thing ever because
Oh,
they
what a
did it
good
for his
gift.
birthday. Like, isn't that so funny?
That is so funny.
Oh my God.
So he
But
didn't know that the guy was
I don't
coming.
think so. I think he
That's
found
funny.
out. I think he might have found out right before the concert. Like I
'Cause he
think
was
they,
backstage.
yeah, because he was
Yeah.
backstage. And I think they filmed it, and he was like, "Oh my God, DJ Crazy Times!" Like, and he was so excited about it. Oh my God, it was literally so funny. I could not stop laughing when I saw the
Dying.
videos.
But Justin, you overall enjoyed.
I did, yeah, definitely enjoyed it. It was fun. I think being at Yankee Stadium made it pretty cool
Yeah.
too.
The new
And-
one too, right?
Yeah, it was the new one. And it's like it was the first night of their tour, so
Yeah.
obviously they were like going hard. And yeah, it was good.
Ugh,
Definitely.
it really was. It was amazing.
It was funny because I heard them like they were starting to do songs. It is like Alyssa tried to show me all these songs before, and of course I'm like half paying attention.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then they're playing the songs at the concert, and I'm like, oh wait, I know this song. This
Yes.
is them. This
Yeah.
is really good. And she's like, I played this for you 10
No.
freaking times.
That's literally
Yeah.
me all the time. But they really do. They put on, and it was a nice like mix. They didn't just go album by album. They threw like some of the newer stuff in there,
Oh,
and then some of
good.
the Happiness Begins stuff in there. Like it was a good mix of
Good.
things. I think they did a really nice job.
As
with
long
it.
as they do Love Bug.
They did do Love
That's all I
Bug,
care
of
about.
course.
It's the
They
best
did.
song literally of all time.
Honestly, that was my Eras tour.
Yeah.
And that would be like if Miley did that, that would be like your Eras tour.
I'm like, I just got butterflies because
Okay.
I like really, really think that they're like teeing her up for something
You
big.
think?
She has an ABC special tomorrow.
T.
Like
I
a
had no
whole
idea.
ass special. Justin, who has the rights to the Super Bowl?
Who has the rights to the Super
like
Bowl?
what is it CBS?
Yeah, I
I
think
feel
it
like
is.
it's not though, because I feel like
is it NBC?
it might be because usually the games are on CBS and I don't think that they're Super Bowl. I think it's like something weird, but I was wondering if I don't think it's ABC, but I feel like they're doing this huge
Yeah.
special on her. She's like promoting all this new music and shit. I'm like, I think they're teeing her up for it.
I hope so. I hope she does it.
I
Well,
would
that's what I sent to you. My
die.
sister sent me a screenshot the other day
No.
of like a rumor that said that Harry Styles and Miley are going to team up and do the Super Bowl. I don't think it's true. I feel like they wouldn't team up together, but maybe they would. I don't know.
Which I would love. Obviously, that's
that
like
would be-
me and you just
We would
like peaking
honestly,
in life.
we would have to go.
We'd have to.
When is the Super Bowl?
February.
February.
We'd have
I
to
don't know
go.
where it is
We-
this year. I'm not sure.
I don't either.
I don't either, but we'd make it work.
But the only thing that upsets me is they're both such amazing stars and amazing performers
Yeah.
on their own. And I hate when they just like make it seem like someone can't do it on their own.
Yes.
It's kind of like what they did to J-Lo.
Yeah.
You know, not that J-Lo, of course, was like, yeah, bring on Shakira. Like, I love this.
Yeah.
But she was like, I can also do this by myself.
By myself. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
You know, and like, that's just a shitty feeling.
Yeah.
Not that it's like a slight by any means, but it kind of is.
I hope, and honestly, I hope they are teeing up Miley for something like that because I would 100% go to that too.
The people online are like, she doesn't even have enough hits. I'm like, where you been? Where
right?
the fuck you been?
Dead pets? Are you kidding me?
She can do. Imagine she comes out Hannah Montana and then takes off the wig.
I would die.
And then goes into like See You Again.
No.
I'm like, no.
That would
no,
be everything
no.
I ever wanted.
I would explode.
And for that, I would even consider going pit with you because I know you would love that. But I did say to my husband, I was like, I think I'm done with my pit experiences.
It's a lot.
Until One Direction reunites.
Yeah, and that's going to happen in our lifetime.
Yes, and I'm manifesting that it will. And
It's absolutely going to.
Will liquidate all of my assets.
Yes.
And I will be there. Like
100%.
I don't care.
Did you see NSYNC is reuniting for a song on Trolls?
Yes, but so I guess the tea is like because of the strike, they were supposed to reunite. Like it was supposed to already be announced, like, but they pushed back the opening of Trolls because
Right.
of the strike, and they can't promote it and anything. So I guess now they're pushing all that back. So I guess it's been kind of a mess. But
Damn.
I think the Gen Zers, no, the millennials will be really jazzed about that.
Yeah, about NSYNC. Are you kidding me? Because that's like your sister and my sister's age, and then me and you's
Yeah.
age because we grew up. You know
Grew
what I
up
mean?
listening
Like,
to what they were listening to.
no, I would die. But if I always said, like, we talked about this maybe a month or so ago when Miley put out, maybe it was longer than a month ago, but because people are always like, when are you going to tour again? When are you going to tour again? When are you going to tour again? And she's like, tour life just like is
Is it for her?
miserable.
Yeah.
It is miserable.
That's why I was surprised that the Jonas Brothers, like when they just announced that they were doing like one night only, I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? That makes sense. They
Of
all have
course.
families. They all have kids. And then when they decided that they were going on like a full blown tour, I was like, that is really, really risky.
They must
Like you all have children.
they must have some deal in place
Yeah.
where they like fly each of their wives and each of their children in for like
X amount of time.
yes.
Yeah.
Or like
And
they
they-
each have their own bus. So you know what I mean?
Well, they are flying. I have seen that.
Okay.
They must have like a Jonas Brothers plane at this point.
the tweets that are like, here I go again with my paper straw disintegrating in my coffee while Kim Kardashian and Taylor
No,
Swift get on
literally.
another private plane.
It's so true.
It's so true.
It's bullshit.
And like, don't get me wrong, I love the turtles. I love the turtles and I care about the climate.
Mm-hmm.
But there is nothing I hate more
Than a
than a
paper
paper straw.
I couldn't-
Everywhere down the Cape. Everywhere.
Yeah.
I couldn't I was like, I'm gonna gag thinking about it. I
No,
hate it.
they're horrible.
I hate
I'd
that
rather
feeling.
use no straw, which is
No.
so awful.
I literally did that. I took the top off every single
You're
drink. I was like,
whatever,
I can't.
drink it by myself.
I had a Diet Coke. I almost poured it all over myself. I was like, whatever.
Forget it.
YOLO.
Speaking of tours, 1 year ago yesterday and today, Annie and I were in New York seeing the one Mr. Harold Styles. And
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. I'm so glad that we were able to say that we went to MSG
Yep.
and we were part of that experience. As awful as New York is,
horrible.
a horrible, horrible place.
No, I said to Annie, like when we were sitting in this bar and
What was it called?
it was called like Mustang Harry's or something.
Yes. Because we were freaking out. We were like,
Yeah.
this
We
is
were
the
like
best
Harry's.
name.
Yeah. And they were playing Harry Styles in there.
And the bartender was like 80 and was like, who the
He was
fuck
like,
is
who's-
Harry Styles?
Who? I was like, okay, well, I was like, see all these women in boas? That's
Yeah.
probably has something to do with it. And no, I said to Annie, when we were sitting there, I'll never forget, like
No.
Annie and I were sitting at the bar and like something just dripped from the ceiling onto my face.
It was like on your
wet.
forehead.
Yeah, it was just like wet,
Oh my God.
disgusting water dripped onto my forehead.
So bad.
And I jokingly said to Annie, like, that's why I'm infertile, I think. Like, I'm just like pretty sure
1,000.
whatever that drip was, like
1,000%.
that's what did me in.
Like, I just, everything, and we've said this before, but everything is
Everything
just
is moist.
wet.
All of
Why
it.
is it all
I hate
damp?
it. I hate New York.
That was, and our hotel was fine. Like, it was
Yeah.
clean, easy. We were there
Yep.
for like a legit 2
2
minutes.
minutes, yeah.
But, and the hotel rooms are 2 by 2, every single one of them, because they're jamming 6,000 rooms in Times Square.
Yeah, you could only get, I had to get off on Annie's side of the bed because like my side of the bed had no room. It was like right up against the wall. It was
Like trying to get ready in the same mirror. Oh my God.
Oh my God,
That
it was
really
so
was
funny.
such a good
We had
time.
a good time. That was
and we were
blessed.
in like a 200 section and we had
Yeah,
an absolute ball.
we did. Yeah.
And I'm kind
And
of
the view was like the seats were perfect. MSG, they do say there's not a bad seat in MSG, and I do stand
and
by
they're
that.
right. And they're right.
Yeah.
I think MGM Music Hall kind of like molded their thing after MSG because
Yeah.
it's the same.
The same structure.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah,
and
it
I
is
think
nice.
I think I am becoming a seat girl because I
Yeah.
want to put my drink down.
I totally
and I
agree
like,
with you.
honestly, when you're at the pit, the bathroom is so fucking far away.
Ugh, so far away.
Like-
and you're never getting that spot back, baby.
Oh, sure aren't. Like sitting in a seat for Beyonce was so nice because I
Yeah.
could like take off my jacket and put it somewhere.
Yes.
I could put like, you know what I mean?
That's
I
how
was
I
like,
got my
okay.
Jonas Brothers merch. Me and Jenny did, and we were like able to put it on the chair.
Yeah, of course.
Put our drinks down.
I do respect that you always get merch.
I always get merch. I'm such a
know.
merch girl.
And I'm an Etsy girl. I just
Yeah.
like simply won't pay the prices.
But
'cause
what's
it's crazy.
sad, and I like one of my biggest regrets in life is when the Jonas Brothers broke up. Like I turned all my Jonas Brothers t-shirts into like muscle tees, wore them all to camp. Then I turned them all into a blanket because they took like an 8-year hiatus.
Of
It wasn't
course.
very quick.
You're like, they're never coming back.
And I was like, well, they're never coming back. I'm never going to get the chance to wear these shirts again. So I made them all into like one of those blankets, you
love
know?
those.
Yeah, it's incredible. But then I saw people wearing the old Jonas Brothers shirts at the concert, and I was like, that should be me.
You can find them online.
I'm sure I can. And
Just
I
recreate it.
absolutely will try.
It's totally fine.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, so that was that. And then there was something else. There's a couple things not on our list that I wanted. Did you watch finish this season of The Summer I Turned Pretty?
No, I need to. I know. I don't watch TV when I'm on vacation.
No. And I agree with that. I get it.
And
Did
I-
you start it or no?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm on, what's the last thing I watched? The Party.
Oh, yeah.
And then Belly calls her mom.
Yeah.
So I have like, what, 3 episodes to watch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not that much.
I can do that.
No, I just have to
Easy peasy.
say, like, and even just from that episode, like, this is actually a Belly Conklin hate podcast.
Okay.
This is actually an anti-Belly Conklin podcast.
But I love her.
Okay, me too. But like, here's the thing: she has no self-awareness. Like, she's destroying
a baby.
everybody's lives, and she doesn't even realize
Tweets
it.
that are like Belly Conklin destroying these boys' lives after they just lost their mom.
No,
and she's
literally.
like, la, 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 la.
No, that's exactly what it's like. When she tells Conrad to go to hell at his mother's funeral, I was like, boo!
Boo. Big
Get
boo.
off the screen.
But she's a baby.
And I get
She's just
that.
a little baby with
I
big
get that.
feelings, you know?
I get that. It's really
I really hate how different it is from the book. That's
me
my like,
too, because in
that's
the
my
book,
big gripe with the
I
show.
said this. So, spoiler alert, like if you don't want to know what happens vaguely, then ignore
I mean,
this. But everybody
it's
kind of
rough.
knows what goes on at this point. But in the book, she only kissed Conrad. And then eventually, much later on, after Susanna died and after everything happened when she dated Conrad, only then did she start dating Jeremiah.
I know.
But and in the movie,
kissed
in
in
the
the pool
show,
once.
and in the show, it's Conrad, Jeremiah, Jeremiah again. I'm like,
And don't get me wrong, I love Kira Sedgwick more than life itself.
Love.
Why the fuck is she in the show?
Nope.
Why is she in the show?
No need.
In the book, the dad is trying to sell the house.
and it would have
Laurel-
made so much more
It
sense
just
that
is
way.
better.
Why did you have to bring Aunt Julia into it? For
It's
what?
so dumb. And Laurel fighting with the dad is a way better storyline.
Totally, because they always had beef.
And she's the best actress in the show.
Oh, 100%.
I love her.
She's
I need to
amazing.
find out that woman's name. She's unbelievable.
She is. She's very good. I totally agree with you. I think like the aunt, bringing in the aunt was the most
So
unnecessary thing of all time.
So random.
And they make Conrad so much more unlikable in the series than they do in the book.
100%.
Like in the book, there's not a second of you that is rooting against him, like at all.
Right.
But in the show, you're like, Conrad's being kind of a dickhead this season.
Like in the book, I'm always just like, dude, get out of your own way.
Yes.
But you know that he loves Belly.
Yes.
And like just is obsessed with her, but like can't figure it out, right?
Totally.
But I feel like in the show he's so like dark and moody.
He
and
is,
I'm
yeah.
Like, he's not
He
really
wasn't like that,
in the
no.
book.
No.
Like he is kind of, but not really.
But not like that.
No.
No. So it was
Okay, I need to watch.
yeah. No, I actually haven't finished yet either.
Okay.
I just like know what's coming because I've seen everything online and I've read the
of
books.
course.
Justin, have you watched?
No, I think Alyssa watched it.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
get into it. It's
I feel like
it is heartwarming, but like the scene, honestly, whatever they are paying the person that does the music for that show needs a raise.
it's all Taylor Swift.
No, but the scene,
is-
the moment when Belly and Conrad are fighting at the funeral and they're playing Silver Springs by Fleetwood Mac. Dagger to the heart.
Dagger.
Like, I was like,
I just got chills.
I know, it's right. When I was watching it, I literally was like, oh my God, whoever did that is amazing.
Like, it is so expensive to have that kind of music
Can't
in
even
shows.
imagine.
Taylor must have struck a deal with them.
Must have.
Because
and that's what somebody said.
Red, like 5 songs.
Red, White, and Royal Blue. They were like, that's why there was no budget for Red, White, and Royal Blue because they spent all of the money on the songs for the Summer I Turned Pretty. Me neither, but it's on my list.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be so good.
I need to ask Mike Montiel.
Yeah, we'll have to get him on to talk about it.
Yeah,
that's like so his era. Like he's obsessed.
He's obsessed, and I'm so grateful because he not forced me, but he what's the word? Something to
like influenced you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Influenced me to read the book, and
he influenced everybody to read that book. He made our book club read it. That's why we read it.
The author of that book should pay Mike Montiel.
She totally should. They should. Sorry.
They should be paying Mike because he's doing the promotion.
He really is. He's doing all of the promotion.
Yeah.
There's another book by that author that I really like, and it's a lesbian romance, and it's very good.
Oh,
it was very good.
I need to read. I can't talk today.
I know. I was having one of those days too. Like when you just feel like you can't get the words out. All right. I have 2 more things that I wanted to just chat about before we even.
Sure.
I mean, we touched on some of the topics, but. I have a super scalding hot take for the pod.
Oh, I love a hot take.
I know.
I hope it's not bad.
I hope it's not bad either. I hope I don't get canceled. Well, I don't think I will because I stand on the right side of history with this. Something that in my mind is overrated.
Yes.
Is the song Fast Car. And please hear me out on this. Mostly the Luke Combs version. Like it's fine. Like whatever.
It's so overplayed.
It's so overplayed. The Tracy Chapman version is arguably better. Like it's a better version of the song. Like, I'm sorry. But the song it's the saddest song of all time. How can you all sit there and listen to this song and enjoy it? It is every time I hear it, I have to change the channel. It's too sad for me to listen to.
I think it's one of those iconic songs though. Like Bye Bye Miss American Pie.
Yeah.
Another sad song.
That's
but
so
it's an
true.
iconic. Tracy Chapman made an iconic
It's an iconic song. I would never deny that. It is. And it deserves the praise that it gets.
But it's depressing.
Like horrifically sad.
But honestly, what big songs aren't? As it was,
You're right.
is one of the most depressing songs of all time.
Harry, you're no good alone.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
What kind of pills are you on, Harold? Do tell. Are they good ones?
He says that at the concert sometimes. He says, oh, the good ones. I'm like, Harry, you so
Harry, you're so silly.
But that was my hot take. It was playing in the car on my way here. And I was like, I have to just get this off my chest. And I'm, again, not saying it's a bad song. I think it's a very good song. It's well written. It cuts you to the core, but in the worst way possible.
Yeah. I just need them to stop playing it.
Every time I hear it, I just get sad. I'm like, oh my God. I started crying the other night at dinner. It was like playing in the restaurant and it was like 2 really sad songs. I can't remember what the other one was. 2 really sad songs back to back. And my husband looked up and he was like, what is your fucking
Sarah
problem?
McLachlan.
Yeah, in the arms. It's like, you have to change the channel when you hear that.
Will you donate to the dying dogs?
Or will you ignore?
I'm like, I'm 9, Sarah. I don't have any money. I can't donate. That dog has 3 legs.
If they put Fast Car on there, it would be this. Like if they did like an alcohol abuse one and put Fast Car on there, I would be like, I have
will
to
you
donate.
attend the AA meeting? I'm dying.
It's true though. Like, oh my God, it's just awful. Anyways, great song.
Good take though. I like that. I like when people have strong opinions on things like that.
Thank you very much.
I really do. You're brave.
Thanks. Thank you so much. It took a lot for me to say that. One more thing that I saw on TikTok that I was like, oh, I have to ask Annie about this.
Oh boy.
So this week or this month or whatever was like the 25-year anniversary of the most iconic book of all time. Do you know what I'm going to say? It really shaped our generation in a way that not many other things have.
20 years?
25.
25?
I was going to say, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, but that's not it.
No,
That's
way older, yeah.
25 years
Here's a hint. It's not like a novel. It's a book.
Is it the private parts?
Yes, yes. The American Girl Keeping in Care of You book. Who could forget?
That book gives me a visceral reaction.
And Justin has no idea what we're talking about.
Clue.
Justin, the book had this is where you start growing pubic hair.
It was like, and it would show boobs and it would be like before, after. And it was like but it was an
Well, what was it?
American.
It was like
It was
a
an American
storybook?
Girl doll book. So it was like published by American Girl, and it was like like your mom would just like leave it on your bed one day with a box of tampons and be like, "Best of luck to you as you go through this like puberty journey."
Just some research.
Like whatever you guys got, like I'm sure you got some talk and whatever, but like whatever you guys got was nothing in comparison to this book.
Nothing.
Book.
But it was like
They have
and
like
it,
towels on in the cover.
It was so cute,
So
I'll have
cute.
to
And then
post
you
a
open
picture.
it and I was like, ha!
And you open it and they're like like literally showing like armpit hair. The one thing, I mean, sorry, this is a little graphic, but it's in the book, man. They teach you like how to put in a tampon, and that was a pivotal moment in my life. I was like, wow, thank you, because I was going to summer camp, and then I was like, I need to know. I have to swim.
Someone taught me how to put a tampon in. We were in the Stop and Shop bathroom, and she was sitting in the stall next to me, and she was literally telling me how to put it in.
Somebody I know.
Yeah,
amazing.
I had no clue.
I'm dying. That's
No
so
clue.
funny.
She was like 45-degree angle. I was like,
And you're
okay.
like 45.
Literally
45.
bring out my protractor. I was like, okay.
Oh my god, no! That book changed a generation. And then there's a sequel to it, and it's called like The Smart Girl's Guide to, and they did like a bunch of different topics that like girls would face growing up.
So smart.
And it was called The Smart Girl's Guide to, and this one was about boys. And I was like, have to get this. Like, I need to know what a smart girl
You have
does.
the best memory.
You
really
when it comes
do.
to stuff like that, I do.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to know what a smart girl does with
Of
boys.
course.
And there's this quote from it,
No.
and I think about it.
No.
So when I say, sometimes when there's nothing to say, I'll say it to my husband, and he's like, "Shut the fuck up."
I'm so scared.
So it's like, are you stuck on what to say to a boy?
No.
And it gives you like some bullet points of things you can say. And my favorite one says, "I wish they taught us more about Vikings."
You are lying.
And it's like, what?
No, I'm sorry. That's literally Ryan Gosling in Barbie when he's like, the patriarchy and horses.
That's exactly
Men
what
should
it's
be
like.
riding horses. Like, that is so bottom of the barrel.
I wish they taught us more about Vikings.
Yeah, great point.
Like sometimes
Got it, bestie.
if there's like a silence between my husband and I'll go, I wish they taught us more about the Vikings.
You know, the sad part is I know a bunch of dudes who would be pumped if you said that too.
No,
Exactly.
And your
They'd be
husband,
like, you know what?
and your husband is one of them.
And he is one of them. It has always served me well.
If I said that to Rob, he would be like, huh?
No, because then you get a guy and he's like, you know what, you're right. Why didn't they teach us more about the Vikings?
The only
growing
thing
up?
Rob knows about Vikings is that they're in How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh,
That's literally the only thing.
that's a great flick. People
I mean-
forget Rob loves that movie.
all three of them. We watched all three.
Well, yeah, how
And
could
I was
you
like,
not?
wow, I'm really in deep.
It's a trilogy. My husband, and I wish I could post a picture, but he loves his anonymity. When we went to
He's such a drama.
when we went to Disney a couple years ago, it was like me, his whole family, like family trip.
Sure.
We went to Epcot. We were drinking around the world. He gets to Norway. He's like, I have to get a Viking. And he's like wearing the Viking hat,
No.
eating a turkey leg, and he's like, this is the best day of my life.
No. We need to bring him to King Richard's Fair. We
have
need
to.
to. Those
He
aren't
would-
really Vikings, but like he
But
can
it's the
dress up
same
as
thing.
one. Same vibe.
And he still has it. It has the braids hanging
No.
down. Like, it's not just the Viking hat. It has the
No.
braids. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
God love him. God
I'll have
love
to ask him if I can post a picture and just like blur his face
Yeah.
because it's a
Put my face on it.
Okay, yeah,
that's fine.
That's what I'll do. It's perfect. Oh man, but I wish
Wow.
they taught us more about Vikings.
I'm going to use that now.
You should. It's a great pickup
I'm going to say
line.
it to my dad, and he's going to be like, wow.
Well, something interesting about the Vikings. Like, it works. It actually works. So thank you to American Girl, and thank you to
Good job.
Thank you to them for posting. Coming out with those two iconic books that really changed a
I
generation.
knew everything about being a woman.
So true. Everything I learned about being a woman, I learned from those books.
Thank goodness for them.
So true.
Do you want to talk more about Miley?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
dive
Well,
on in.
I
Go-
know we talked a little bit about, so there's rumors that she's going to do the halftime show. And that's why I was saying, I think they're really teeing her up for it because I've never seen the public embrace her like with this much promotion. Like she always does her own promo, but I don't know, like the ABC special, I'm like, something's happening.
Yeah.
Something's
That's not very
happening.
her.
But the sad thing with the Cyrus family right now,
Yes.
and this has been going on for a while. So Tish, her mother, and Billy Ray got divorced maybe sometime last year, I want to say. And they had there was rumors of infidelity for a while and whatever. I think they always went back and forth. But Tish just married Dominic Purcell that was on Prison Break.
Yeah.
And the
Beautiful man, by the way.
gorgeous, and Tish is stunning. Obviously. The only person at the wedding from the family was Miley.
No, Miley and
Trace, right?
no, there was maybe it was Trace. Hold on. Well, I thought the other sister, not
Noah wasn't there.
not Noah. Isn't there another sister?
Brandy.
Brandy.
Maybe. But Miley was Tish's maid of honor, so she's like clearly in the picture.
Yeah, Brandy was there.
But it's so sad. So Billy Ray, there's like the kids are split up.
Yeah.
And
But Billy Ray and Miley are not talking.
Aren't talking. And I guess Billy Ray only calls Noah and
Trace
or Brace. There's another, it's like a Brayson or something. He only refers to them as his children. And I just like,
That's crazy.
That makes me sick to my stomach.
too.
I get it. I mean, I can't imagine what it's like to going through a divorce after being married for that long, but you can't like fuck up your kids.
No.
You know what I mean? Like that just feels so selfish to me.
Especially when you're in the limelight like that.
Right.
I mean,
I'm like, Miley's just supporting her mom. Like she's not doing it to spite you.
No.
It's just like is what it is.
yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that's
It just bums me out. I hope that they figure it out because I don't. And like Miley and Noah were so close. You know what I mean? I know. I
wish that I hope it didn't affect their relationship at all.
I know.
I'm sure it did though. Like, how could it not?
I know. And it's just like upsetting. But I can't wait for her new song to come out on Friday. It's going to be.
And you said that your boss from when you used to work at the radio station, he already heard it. And he said it was
it's
really good.
So good.
I can't wait for it. I wish she dropped it like in the middle of the summer though, so it could be a summer banger, but we still have time.
But summer's not over yet.
You're right.
This is still could be the song of the summer.
Summer forever.
Summer forever. And Ariana and Demi are both dropping songs on Friday.
I'm actually really excited about that. I want to know if Ariana's is like a rebuttal to everything that's happened, but I doubt it.
I would love that though. Sometimes she's such a petty bitch, and
she can be petty like that.
Like, thank you, next banger.
Banger. But it's sad because it says like, it says only want to do it once real bad. Like, gonna make that shit last. God forbid something happens. Lisa's song is a smash. And you know what? It is a smash.
It is a smash.
Something did happen, but it is a smash.
And your husband probably wasn't meant for you. So
no, and respectfully, we all saw it coming.
We all saw it coming. That was a big COVID relationship.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah. That's
vibes,
fine. Do your thing.
Vibes weren't right there.
Do your thing.
And speaking of Ariana and Demi, one Mr. Scooter Braun, something's afoot. And something is going on here because everybody has dropped Scooter Braun, except for Justin Bieber, but apparently it's in the works.
Yeah.
Is what people are reporting. And everybody has just said, see a Scooter Braun, and just taken a big old lap.
Demi, Ariana, Adina Menzel, Justin Bieber's coming. But I was reading more about it, and it seems like he's just stepping away from being a manager.
Right.
And these contracts have been in negotiation for a while. I never hated Scooter Braun.
Yeah.
I was always kind of like, he's just a businessman.
Yeah.
And I think he always like protected Justin Bieber. And I just like had a lot of respect for that, and was like so kind of Demi when everything was happening with them too. And I don't know. I never hated him. I understand that everything with Taylor Swift, but he wasn't the only one involved.
Right.
And you can't just blame one person.
I agree.
But I don't know. Like, I don't know if the I'm stepping away as a manager is just a cover up, and there's like shit coming.
And there's something coming. Yeah.
Like this many people, you would have thought that Ariana would have been like, no bad blood.
Right.
Scooter has been so good to me.
But none of them said that.
Nobody has said that.
And I think that's weird.
And I'm really like, it seems like there's going to be, I don't know. What do you think it could be though? I hope it's not like a sexual misconduct thing, because I just like can't deal with any more of this.
I don't know. It's either that or maybe he like mishandled funds. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, what's the Taylor Swift lyric? Like something about white collar crimes?
Yeah, something like that.
And like, what if he was like embezzling money or something?
That wouldn't surprise me. He seems like the type kind of.
Yeah, that like, well, people just think that they can get away with shit.
Yeah. When you're like, that high powered, like you think you could do anything.
You're that wealthy. I mean, look at Elon Musk.
So true.
Fucking idiot.
Look at Jeff Bezos.
Oh, don't bring him up.
Fucking idiot.
Enemy of the pod.
But yeah, so those are all some new music, some things we're excited about, and let's see what happens with Scooter Braun.
I know, I'm very nervous.
Could be his downfall.
Hopefully next week we'll know.
Talk to us a little bit about. Oh well, actually, let's go back to divas, because we were talking about some divas for a minute there.
Yes.
And Rihanna and ASAP have welcomed baby number 2.
I know.
I had heard it was a girl, and then I heard it was a boy.
It was a boy.
Yeah.
I wonder if she just like said it was a girl to like throw people off.
Honestly,
she just like does shit like that.
Good for her. With the Super Bowl went like there. I'll never forget, because I don't comment on women's bodies.
No.
But when I was watching the Super Bowl, I was like,
That's a baby bump.
wait a minute. I was like,
That's a baby
at first
bump.
I was like, all you bitches need to leave Rihanna alone. She just had a baby. Like, maybe her body isn't back to what. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I think she's pregnant.
And like everybody, the collective internet, all at the same time, everybody was like, dot, 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 dot. Is she fucking pregnant?
Yeah.
Like,
I saw a tweet from Pop Crave and it was like Rihanna and ASAP
Love
say
Pop
their family is now complete, and someone goes, now complete the album, and I'm
Yeah.
like, just leave
it's
her
never gonna
alone.
happen.
It's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
Keep listening to Auntie.
Yeah.
Stream Auntie, but leave the girl alone.
Auntie is a banger of an
It's
album.
so fucking good.
It will
no skips.
never be old.
No skips.
Nope.
Higher is one of the best songs of all time, and if you haven't listened to it, then you need to go do that right now. But
only-
make sure you're not driving.
I was talking about this recently with somebody because I saw Rihanna live once.
You did?
Yeah.
When?
Back in like,
Oh my god, it was like 2008. When did Ponder
I
Replay
want to
come
say
out?
it was like 2000, maybe 2010. I think I was going into my sophomore year of high school, maybe.
Okay.
I think. And she was playing with Kesha
Oh,
at the
my
Xfinity
God.
Center.
What a show!
Oh, yeah.
was Kesha
And-
opening for her,
No,
or they like
I
doing
think,
like a
I
tandem?
think Kesha went on. I think it was like a tandem, but I think Kesha went on first and then Rihanna went on after.
Okay.
All I know is like that was one of the first times I ever like really drank.
Oh,
Like really drank.
Oh, I like remember people getting in trouble at
it was
this show.
everybody, like all my friends
It was
from
a
high
party
school
bus,
went.
right?
Yeah, we took
Yeah.
a party bus.
Okay, I remember this.
And I drank like a strawberry, like a lemonade, a Minute Maid lemonade, one of the big pink ones,
Yep.
mixed with like strawberry Smirnoff of some sort.
Oh,
And I drank, and I will never forget, like I got out of the limo and I was like, and that was the first time I'd ever done that. But we drove all the way to the Xfinity Center and it was like 45 minutes.
right.
And by the time I got there, I went to stand up and I was like, oh shit. Like I literally remember thinking, I was like, I have made a grave mistake here
Oh
today.
yeah, big time.
I have made a big
Oh,
time
there's
error.
no worse feeling.
But two of my friends ended up having to get their stomachs pumped from
Holy
that one.
shit.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
I remember this like vividly.
yeah. So then like I'll never forget it. I hope my mom doesn't listen to this because I still think she thinks that I was innocent in the moment. But I got home and she was like, like I'm sure that was really scary. And I was like, yeah, it was just hard because I didn't drink at all. And like watching them be like so drunk was like tough. And she was like, my dad was like, I'm really proud of you for not drinking. Like that's really big of you. And I was like, thank you. Like
Thank
that
you
means
so
so much. Meanwhile, I like had been like banging my head to Rude Boy like
Of
4 hours
course.
earlier. Like, but
Drunk as a skunk.
Oh my God, I'll
off
never-
of some Smyrna.
my poor friend Christine, like she was grounded for so long.
Oh, I
after
can
that.
only
Oh my
imagine.
God, she was grounded for so long.
Because you're
I
like a
felt-
ripe 16.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was brutal.
Xfinity used to be insane. It's really not that crazy anymore.
No, I'll never forget. I went to Summer Jam one time and I was wearing like jeans and a tank top.
Of course.
With like my Old Navy flip-flops. And everybody was in no clothing.
No.
And people were not exaggerating when I say this,
Having
sex on the lawn at
Oh
the
my God.
Xfinity Center.
If
at
you
Summer
ever
Jam.
went up to where the fences were,
Yep.
I'm like, what is
Scary.
happening?
Yeah. Scary.
It was insane.
Yes.
Good memes though.
The-
Good memes.
So true. All the good memes at
Good
those.
memes.
They were just, it was a different time.
It really was.
It was a different
It
generation.
really was. And now I like going there and getting a seat.
Yeah. Kids these days will never understand.
They don't.
The giant drinks.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh my God.
those
I
were
could throw up
electric.
thinking
no,
about
I
that.
literally could throw up just thinking about it. I
Shudders.
did see the Jonas Brothers there twice, though, I think.
You
They were-
did?
Yeah, they were very good.
Oh, I believe that.
I
They
had-
just,
I had
they're,
seats, though.
yeah, they're entertainers.
They really are.
They're just entertainers. Came out the womb as entertainers.
So true. And then another diva that we must discuss. Britney's getting divorced. And I hope he doesn't get a penny.
Octavia Spencer
Queen.
is
No, she's my hero.
queen.
I love her.
Make him sign a prenup.
That's what she said. She commented that on her Instagram when they first
When
got
they
married.
first got married, make him sign, or when they first got engaged, make him sign a
Yep.
prenup.
Yep.
And then when there was like reports that Sam was like threatening to leak embarrassing information, and she said extortion is illegal.
Queen.
And like, how much more are you going to embarrass her?
Right. And also,
Fuck
embarrass her.
off.
She embarrasses herself every day and nobody
Right.
really cares.
No one cares. She's just
Nothing
and
matters.
honestly, like she's just minding her business.
She really is.
She just posts videos of her dancing, and yeah, is she like looking a little dazed and confused? Sure,
Yeah, man. Of
But she's
course.
also been trapped in the house for about 20 years.
So true.
That shit's weird. And like, Someone was like, we saw her lady bits back in like 2008. You can't embarrass her.
Right, that's
She's
so-
bulletproof.
That is so true.
So true.
She literally shaved her head in front of all of us back then. Like, and you mean to tell me we're supposed to feel like she should be embarrassed? No, thank you.
Leave Brittany alone. Shout out to
always-
Low Anthony. Shout out.
Yeah, but now he's like a gay conversionist.
I know, you told me that. It's
kind of stressful.
Gross.
Okay, let's talk about.
I'm very sad for Brittany though.
I know, me too. I feel bad for her.
I
But
feel
you
like
know what?
she just-
She'll come out on top.
I know. Did you see the pictures of her with like 4 beautiful gay men?
Yeah.
She's like, put on my dress and partying with my gay men.
I love her.
Do your
She's
thing,
just-
Britt.
Good for her.
Do your thing.
Good for you, girl. What about, did you see the video of Drew Barrymore and Renee Rapp with the
Made
stalker
me
rush?
sick to my
Scary.
stomach.
So if you didn't see it, there was a video of Renee Rapp and, or Drew Barrymore was interviewing Renee Rapp, which if you haven't listened to Renee Rapp's new album, stream it right now. It's so good.
I don't really like it.
Really?
No.
I like it. I think it's what Olivia Rodrigo thought she was doing.
See, I'm way more of an Olivia Rodrigo. I don't know. Renee's starting to bother
I'm
me.
worried. I'm worried about Olivia Rodrigo's next album because one was so good. I mean, the sophomore slump is always hard to beat, but that first album was so fucking good.
So fucking good.
That's one of my, honestly, probably one of my top 10 albums. No skips.
But Vampire, the lead single was good.
Yeah, it was good.
And that bad idea, right?
That idea, right? Yeah.
Honestly, a good song. It's
a good song.
weird.
I agree with you.
But like, it's a good song.
Yeah. And it's like super viral already.
I feel like, and I love Renee. I think she has such an amazing voice, but she just like kind of sounds like she's copying Billie Eilish to me.
yeah, I can
You
kind
know
of
what
get
I
that
mean?
vibe. Yeah.
And I just am like, be your own person.
Yeah.
Like that's why I love Olivia Rodrigo because yeah, she's taking influences from Hayley Williams and Avril Lavigne and all that shit, but she has her own voice.
Yeah, she does.
I just feel like Renee, there was songs I was like, is that Billie? Like, I don't know. She's awesome. I don't know. She's like falling off for me.
Yeah, I think like she does try a little hard.
Yeah.
Like she comes off a little bit of a try hard.
Yeah.
Respectfully. And
Of course.
I really like Renee, but I think her leaving Sex Lives of College Girls just kind of left a weird taste in my
so
mouth.
weird to me.
Like I was like, I don't know.
But she's like, I've always wanted to be a pop star. And I'm like, okay, then pursue
All right,
that.
well, then say
do
that.
your
Yeah,
thing. Then do
okay.
your thing. But
That's fine.
you're a better actress, in my opinion.
But so Drew Barrymore was interviewing Renee Rapp at some
I don't know where
conference
it
or
was,
something.
yeah.
I don't know. And Drew Barrymore's like stalker rushed the stage.
And he like announced his full name.
Yeah.
I mean, he's clearly
yeah.
mentally
Mentally
ill. But like, I can't imagine that feeling. Always, like, you remember when the guy kept breaking into Taylor Swift's house
Yeah.
and she had to get like crazy security? Same
Yes.
with like all the Kardashians
Yeah.
and Jenners. And like having to look behind or look over your shoulder all the time
I couldn't do it.
is so horrifying. And they're on stage and he just like starts to rush. Like,
Yeah.
ugh, it
That's
just makes me
awful.
sick.
No, and even with like all this craziness, Taylor Swift was at Jackie Antonoff's wedding.
No, that
and
made me so upset.
And it's like the woman can't even go out to dinner. Like you guys want her to, I saw her tweet and it was like, you guys want her to fly Delta, but this is what happens when she's out in public.
No,
you guys are
it's so-
tapped. And I'm like, you know what? I guess you're right. Like,
I think that's like the worst. I mean, I would never want to be famous because you just have no anonymity and have no life. Like Jay-Z said, can't even take my daughter for a walk. Like, I
true.
mean, and that's true.
I know.
Like, that's so upsetting.
that's what, like, I always struggle. Like if I ever saw Harry or
Yeah.
somebody that I really loved out, I would be so, I wouldn't even want to say hi, but I would want to so that I could just say hi. But it's like, but then what?
But you would be respectful. You would be like, hey, Harry, how are you? And then even if you were
Would
like,
I worry about that.
I think you would though. I think you would
I think
surprise
I'd
yourself
be like, you mean a lot to me.
because you treat people like human beings.
Yeah,
It's like, stop treating them like they're a zoo exhibit.
Yeah, the whole parasocial. There was actually a really interesting article that I read recently about like the whole parasocial relationship of everything and how it's become really kind of crazy.
It's insane. Like the entitlement people feel.
Yeah.
Like I remember Ariana Grande, I don't remember what tour it was, but she canceled her meet and greets and people were like, that's such bullshit. We're the reason she's famous. Okay. And meet and greets destroy her mental health.
Right.
She doesn't
would you
owe you
rather?
anything. She's performing 3 hours
Yeah.
for you. She's taking her life on the road.
No, I know.
Like that's enough.
That's it. When people were expecting Harry to release more dates when he finished this tour.
The boy's tired. He's
The man
exhausted.
has been touring for literally 18 months straight.
It's like Ed Sheeran. Leave him
so
alone.
true.
Leave him alone.
Leave Ed Sheeran alone.
I think celebrities, I mean, I obviously like haven't had a ton of interactions, but the ones that I have been lucky enough to have interactions with, they just like want to be normal people.
Yeah.
And you just like ask them about their life.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of coffee did you get this morning?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just so weird to me to be like,
Well, you owe this to me.
you owe this to me. Like, say if you saw Harry and you're like, can we get a picture? And he was like, I'm not really feeling it. You'd be like, okay. You'd be bummed,
like,
but
yeah,
you'd
I get it.
You would understand.
Yeah,
of
totally.
course. You wouldn't throw a fucking fit.
No.
People that do that shit
Oh my God,
drive me
so
nuts.
weird.
Like, I remember Snooki was in the grocery store with her children and someone was like, she was such a bitch. She wouldn't take a picture with me. She was like, I'm with my kids.
Literally with my children.
In a grocery store.
Yeah.
And you're approaching me. Like, just don't. Even Michaela from TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
She lives in my neighborhood and she was walking and I wanted to be like, hey, if you ever need anything, this is a really great neighborhood. Everyone's got each other's backs.
Yeah.
We live down the street, blah, blah, blah. If you ever need someone to like take in your mail.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to make her nervous and be like, we know where you live.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want her to feel uneasy. But
Totally.
you know what I mean? And I just said hello
So
and
you're
I kept
whatever.
it moving.
Yeah.
But I want her to know that she's not like alone in
Right.
the neighborhood,
Yeah.
you know?
Beautiful house, by the way.
Stunning.
Gorgeous.
You'll have to go by on trash day when there's like 60 PR boxes.
Stop. I actually
outside.
can't even imagine
It's
how much.
insane. I
She
can't
must
even
get
imagine.
more PR than like anybody on
Anyone.
the planet.
She has like 15 million followers on TikTok.
No, I know.
That's insane.
It's crazy. She does kind of annoy me a little bit, but like she's a very nice woman. It's just her voice just cuts right through me. But I think she
But
is
like,
nice.
and she owns it. See,
Yeah.
I love people that
No,
are,
she's very authentic. I totally agree with
Exactly.
you. Yeah,
like, I'm a tryhard, but I own it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
totally. I love myself, but like I'll admit it.
Like, I was a gym class hero and I was like, and I will continue to
And
be.
I stand by that.
And I stand by that.
And I was better than all you bitches.
Haha, I was picked first.
I didn't read Zendaya's Elle interview, but
God.
tell me a little bit about it.
So good. Obviously, everyone in the world should be obsessed with Zendaya because she's just the coolest person alive.
She is.
Every time Dax and Monica on Armchair Expert, he says Zendaya. And I literally almost sent him a voice memo the other day going, Dax, I love you so much. Please just say her name correct.
Like,
it drives
how hard
me.
is it?
Yes. She is one of the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah.
Just Google.
Quick Google. They
YouTube
literally have
interview.
YouTube videos on how to pronounce things.
Every
I know
single
because I'm a
person.
teacher and sometimes I pronounce things wrong and I Google it.
Yeah, 100%. It drives me nuts. Anyways, so the Elle interview was obviously done before the SAG strike started, so she like wouldn't be able to promote the movie or
Yeah.
anything. But she is just one of the most humble artists I can remember.
Yeah.
Like she has like no idea how famous she is. But she said the second season of Euphoria and the last Spider-Man that came out really changed everything for her. That's when she became like a superstar.
Yeah.
And she was filming Challengers in Boston. And she said she was buying like a pillow or something and she was having troubles with her card at the register and people are taking pictures of her. And she's like, I'm like flustered. People are taking pictures of me. She was like, the crew would go out for dinner and stuff. And she was like, I'm just going to ruin your time. So she like didn't
Yeah.
go. And that bums
That's
me
sad.
out,
Yeah.
you know?
When
But
you
I-
get to that level of fame.
but I love even the way she talks about her relationship with Tom Holland. She's like, I understand I'm a public person and I can't just like hide all of these things, but there are things I'm going to keep private. And
Yeah.
she gets to choose what she wants to share. It's crazy when couples stop posting each other like all the time. Like Kelsey Ballerini didn't post Chase Stokes for like 4 days and everyone was like, did
Oh
they
my God,
break
broke
up?
Yeah.
Like, no, she just didn't. It's okay.
No, and then you look at people like Sophia Bush, who was like, I love you so much. You're my angel. You're my everything. You're the best husband of all
Divorced.
time. They got divorced a month later.
Divorced.
It's like, what does that mean?
But the interview was just so great. She talks a lot about her her stylist, who's now her creative director because he moved away from being a stylist. But just like how into fashion she is, but still recognizing that like it's a collaborative effort. I don't
Yeah.
know. She's just so
She's so cool.
so cool.
There's no other word. She's just cool.
She's so cool. That Vogue 93 questions or whatever.
Yeah.
I watched hers and she's just like the chillest person of
Yep,
all time.
She is. She's so cool.
And like her circle is very much like her family, her friends, like people that have known her entire
Yeah.
life. And I just like wish everybody was like that, you know?
I know. I wish everybody had a little
There's
dose
no
of
way
that.
Euphoria is coming back though.
Definitely not.
I mean, they say in the interview that Sam Levinson's like ready to film season 3, but with the writer's strike, with the actor's strike, and the fact that Zendaya is going to be a movie star and she's 27 years old, how the fuck is she going to play a teenager?
right.
It's just not. And after Angus,
No.
I don't think that they should
No, I agree with you.
Make
I
like
think it's
a-
going to be way too hard.
make like a movie,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Or do the Friends route and do 25 reunions 10 years from now.
100%.
Don't try to pretend like you're going to push it out and keep doing it because
No.
it's not worth it.
They're all going to be 30, being 17.
17, yeah,
And
it's
Jacob
not-
Elordi's going to keep getting, and Sydney Sweeney's in 10 movies this year.
love
Like
them.
I love everyone in that show, but there's no way.
HBO is such a hits factory, by
They
the way. Like
really
everything
are.
that they've been cranking out. I was telling you, I texted you about this because I just started watching Righteous Gemstones. Oh my God, it's so funny, guys. If you haven't watched it,
I know I need to.
It's like a satire, dark comedy, it's about
like
the mega church industry, basically.
Like an evangelical family, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's Adam Devine,
What's the guy's name? Danny McBride.
Danny McBride. And then why can I never remember the dad's name?
Is it John Goodman?
It is John Goodman.
Yeah.
And John Goodman. And it is so funny and so good. It's
I can't wait to watch it.
It's like Talladega Nights meets mega churches. And it's so funny. And it's just so ironic. Oh my God.
I
It
love
really
that.
is. It's so good.
We-
I've really been enjoying watching it. And one other thing that I've been really enjoying watching, and I'm not promoting anything that's like current because I support the SAG strike and
Sure,
the
of course.
and the writers, of course. I support them both. Proud union girl here. And but I have been watching I just started from the beginning watching Blackish.
Is it good?
So funny.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
She
and
is my queen.
I love
Has never
her.
aged.
She'll never age.
Oh my God,
Neither
she's
did her mother.
amazing. It's so true. And Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Anderson. I can never remember his name. I don't
Kangaroo
know
Jack.
why.
Who could forget? And
Wow, what an iconic film.
great
It's a
film.
mirage.
I remember seeing that at the Randolph movie theater with a friend of ours.
Stop.
We went to the Outback before, and we were
Okay,
like,
iconic.
Outback, Kangaroo Jack. It's
Of
like-
course.
I actually went to that Outback the other day. It was still slaps. Of
Did you get a bloomin' onion?
course I did.
I know. What a dumb question.
How could I not? And then my
Dumb
nephew
question.
threw up all over the floor.
Of course you did.
We were like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
perfect. Down at the road.
Lucy was like, he threw up. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we can smell it.
I'll see that.
Thank
Yeah. Yep, thanks.
We just finished rewatching Entourage, and
So good.
it's just one
There's
of
so
those
many good one-liners that still hold that you can say
Ari
to this day.
Gold might be one of the best TV characters of all time.
No, one of my favorite, only Daddy talks that way. That's one of my favorite lines of all.
Lloyd.
Wow, I might have to rewatch Entourage when I finish Gemstones.
There's shit in there.
And there's so much that does not hold up
you
anymore.
cannot say.
No.
But it is just like Johnny drama is
Oh my
so
God.
fucking funny.
So funny. Not the
But
calf implants.
We just started rewatching. Well, I've never watched it before, Arrested Development.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously Jason Bateman and Will Arnett
Oh
are
my God,
superstars.
so funny.
Michael Cera in that show.
No, I
want to
know.
put him in a fucking blender. Are you kidding me? He's such a little baby.
No, I know.
And he's so funny.
The line when the mom's like, it's one banana. What could it cost? $10.
And Michael Cera's attracted to his cousin.
No,
and
no.
no, it's so good.
No, when Amy, have you gotten to the one when Amy Poehler's like, I'm in love with your brother-in-law, and he's like, me? You're in love with me? And she's like, no, your brother-in-law.
It's so good.
Oh
It's
my
so,
God, it's really
so
funny.
good. I'm excited to
Yeah.
really get in on this.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I love old shows.
I love having something to just watch.
There's
Even if
nothing
it's just in the
better.
background. That's why I've been really enjoying Blackish. It's very funny.
Yeah.
It's on the Modern Family level of comedy.
Yeah, that Albert Elementary.
Yeah, but
vibe.
also talks about real life issues, which I really like. It's
Yeah,
good. I really like
100%.
it. I've been
And
enjoying it.
it's a nice digestible show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I go through spurts where
7 seasons, 20 minutes episode.
and
I
I
love
watch
it.
the heaviest shit, and then I go to bed and I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's important to watch those
the
things.
bear.
Like the bear or Dope Sick
Yeah.
when Michael
Oh, yeah.
Keaton's addicted to perks
Yep.
and not perks, oxys. And
Yep.
I'm like, and I'm going to go to sleep now. And this is terrible.
And you're like, why did I do this to myself?
But sometimes you need,
Yeah.
I needed an entourage.
Yep.
I needed Arrested Development.
You know what my husband and I have been doing before we go to bed, which is crazy, is we've been playing a little bit of cribbage.
Oh my God.
Do you know how to play
no,
cribbage?
you're literally 90.
No, I know.
I need to come over and spice things up. That's crazy.
We're a bazillion years
You
old.
really are. You really, really are. You're playing a little cribbage.
We're just playing a little cribbage. We were down the Cape one night and we were just playing cribbage, whatever. And then we were like, we should do this more often.
What is cribbage?
Oh, it's really fun. It's you get a little board
Okay.
and you have pegs. And so you get a hand and then you throw your cards into.
Oh, it's a card game.
Yeah, it's a card game.
Oh.
You throw your hands into a kit.
Okay.
You throw cards into a kit. So if it was me and you playing, you would. And I feel like anytime I try to explain a card game, my brain just shuts off.
Yeah,
So
that's everybody.
But
you're doing a good job.
basically, you have to try to make pairs of 15. And then if you...
Oh, that's a lot of math.
I know, and I'm horrible at math, so sometimes it takes me a little minute.
Yeah,
but
it's
then
fine.
once you start playing a little bit more frequently, you start to remember like, okay, like 8 and 7. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
10
mean?
and
Like,
5.
yes, exactly. 10 and 5.
13 and 2.
Yep. Wait, is it 8
No.
and 7? 8 and 8 is 16.
Jack.
Yeah. Is it?
What's,
Okay, yeah.
What would be a 13?
A 10 and a 3?
No. What would 13 be in a card deck? Like, what's the equivalent to 13? Because it only goes up to 10.
Yeah.
11, 12. The king?
I guess, yeah.
Wait, you're not. Never mind. Never
No, I
mind.
get what you're
Yeah.
saying. I guess it would be the king, yeah.
Well, you could add that in your next match.
Let me try that out. No, but kings are 10. Like face cards are 10.
Okay. Good to know.
But it's fun. So then you like put your pegs on the board and then you go all the way around the board. And if you're beating somebody by X amount of points, so you have to give them a hand basically,
Yeah.
and they have to try to add up the points. And you're supposed to give them your shittiest cards. But then sometimes they just get the right combo and they get a bunch of points. It's honestly, it's fun. It's
I love that.
enjoyable.
That
You can
is-
play
that
with
sounds
teams and
nice.
stuff. It's good. So it's nice, and got to get my brain back in
You're still ancient,
functional
but,
mode before.
it's fun.
Yes, we are. But
Yeah.
it's okay,
It's fine.
It's fine. It's better than, well, like knitting, I guess. I'm not there yet. I'm not into the knitting yet.
I'm shocked. I can see you can crochet a blanket or
I
something.
mean, I do sew, but that's
Yeah.
what, for Christmas, my husband got me a new sewing machine this past year.
Oh my God, sweet boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you made your outfit for Harry.
I did.
That was great. Great
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, I love a good, but that was like, I honestly think one thing about me that you guys have to understand is I'm a quitter. One thing
That's
about me
okay.
is I'm the opposite of Annie, and I will quit. Like played softball for like 5 minutes. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. My parents were like, all right.
I respect that though.
I quit.
Because you know what you like and you know what you don't.
Yep. I quit everything I ever started except for singing, like acting and sewing. Those are the only 3 things that I ever stuck with in my.
I'm telling you, I think that's a better way to live life.
I think it was fine, honestly. Like once I stopped trying to be something I wasn't.
Yeah.
Like I played I played basketball because everybody played basketball.
Sure.
And that's just like what you did back
Yeah.
then. And I was horrendous.
Yeah, but you were there.
Literally so bad.
You were there vibing.
But hey, I was cheering everybody on.
You have the Sacred Heart picture,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I brought the orange slices,
Like the water girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Need
I was-
some Gatorade.
moral support. One thing about me is I've always been the moral support.
So true.
I've always been that.
So true.
And I'll continue to be that.
And I appreciate you for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anything else before we wrap up for the day? Did we cover everything here?
I don't.
Golden Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise moving to
And
Thursdays.
they're both on the same.
Yeah,
this
I don't
this
like
is what
that.
drives me nuts. So
But I'm
Golden.
mad that the Golden Bachelor is on so late. I would watch it.
No, it's first.
Oh, okay.
So Golden Bachelor is 7 to 8.
Oh, that's so early. That interferes with my Jeopardy watching.
Oh.
That's what my husband and I do before we play cribbage. We watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy.
We do love Jeopardy. I just saw actually that Mayim Bialik doesn't want to host Celebrity Jeopardy because of the strike.
Yes, and I saw that Ken Jennings is a scab, and he has crossed the picket line in
But
order
is
to
he
film
just like, fuck
episodes.
it? No one else is going to do it?
I don't know. Shouldn't be a scab. There's a bazillion Jeopardy episodes they could replay.
You know how much I love Ken Jennings, though. I love
He's on my
him.
list ever since I found out he was a scab.
I love him, though.
I know, but
Yeah, you're right, though. I am a union girl.
I feel like it hurts Ken Jennings' soul for Jeopardy to not be
100%.
you're right.
Don't.
I guess
You know,
it's probably like he is like, I have to keep Jeopardy
You know
going.
Trebek is like visiting him in his dreams,
Yes,
being like, you
yes,
must
go
host. You must host it.
So true.
So the Golden Bachelor, which I'm really excited about because the guy just seems so great. And
But
his
I will
daughter,
be sobbing the whole
time. He just lost his wife. Are you kidding me? Like, ugh. So that's going to be on 7 to 8. And then Paradise is on 8 to 10, right? I think I got that right.
Yeah.
8 to 10. And I just feel like putting them, that's way too much Bachelor content in one
Yeah,
night.
one night. Make it 2 nights.
Like Paradise is always Mondays and Tuesdays.
I know.
Why are you
Some-
switching them now?
Some of the people on this season of Paradise, I'm like, hang it up.
I have no idea who half of
Katie and
them are.
Blake, I'm like, hang it up.
I think Katie Thurston is one of the most annoying people on
Oh
this
my
planet.
God. She's when I stopped watching when she
'Cause she
was
was
the Bachelorette
so-
because she was insufferable.
I will never forgive her for making a villain out of Greg because Greg did nothing wrong.
Greg did
Nothing wrong.
I completely stand by you.
I was
And
team
always
Greg
said that.
from the fucking jump.
No, me too. You and I, we talked about
Yes.
this because everybody's like, Greg's so manipulative. I was like,
No.
If you
She's
knew-
manipulative.
If you knew what a healthy relationship looked like, you would not be saying that.
No, that's insane. That's insane.
Totally agree with you.
But I I really want to watch Rachel find love because I love her so much.
I know. And speaking of people that we like finding love, did you see that Abigail and what's his face got engaged?
Of course I did.
Crying.
Oh my God, Hannah and Dylan are getting married today.
I know. So the chicks I listened to Chicks in the Office, and they were they got invited to the wedding.
Yeah, because they're close.
Yes, and they were gonna go, but the Barstool Awards are tonight.
Yeah.
And so they had to go to that instead. And it's like,
who gives
how
a
could you
fuck about that?
It's like, how could you possibly
No, I would be
not
in,
go to
I
him?
would
Like,
be in Paris.
I would absolutely.
I'd be
I
at
would
the
probably
Eiffel
lose my
Tower.
job, but I would be in Paris.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Well, I wouldn't give a fuck if I worked for them.
Yes.
I would never work for them,
So
to be clear.
true.
But I
Yeah,
just...
don't call us Barstool.
Don't
You
call
might want
me.
this podcast, but don't call us.
Don't call us.
Not worth it.
Abigail and Noah are one of my favorite couples to ever come out of the franchise.
I know, they're amazing.
I'm obsessed with them.
Yeah.
And her...
I love her. You and I had talked from day one. I was like, I love her. I love her so much.
explaining cochlear implants
No.
was some of the craziest shit. It's insane. And her sister, too.
Yeah. Crazy.
And I don't think her parents are hard of hearing. What do you say?
I'm actually not sure what the correct term is, but we will look it up.
Okay.
And we will report back.
Yes,
Because
thank
we
you.
want to be factually correct
Non-hearing?
on this. Yeah, non-hearing. I think
Non-hearing? That
I think,
feels right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah. But I think it's something along those lines.
Yes.
But we'll do our research. Speaking of, I read a great book, and I feel like I might have recommended it to you, but now I can't remember. But I feel like all my recommendations to Annie lately have flopped. But I read
No, just that one.
yeah. It's called True Biz.
True Biz.
And
Okay.
it is about a school for people who are hard of hearing or deaf. And it's like all about I think it's set in Massachusetts. I can't remember now because I read it like a year ago, but it's really, really interesting and
Really?
all about how, some people are born like that. It talks about how Martha's Vineyard has a history where like they had Martha's Vineyard had its own sign language. Like it wasn't American
Really?
Sign Language. Yeah, because Martha's Vineyard had a huge
Deaf population?
Deaf population. And because they were
What?
like so many people that were deaf were marrying and having children with other people that were deaf, it just kept growing. And it was a
Wow.
huge it's really, really interesting.
Huh. I'll have to read
you should
that.
read it because it
That
was
sounds
really
good.
good. It was a good Kindle book. I liked it a lot.
I will definitely read that one.
Yeah. I think that's all I have for book recs. I haven't really been a big reader. Really, I've been
That's okay.
reading like dumb smut. Like
That's okay. Sometimes you need
stuff
that.
just melts your brain. Like if
That's-
anybody saw what I was reading, they'd be like,
I
"This
love those
is
books, though.
insane." Yeah.
I love, it's like girl works at coffee shop, boy walks in, they have like rough sex in the closet.
No, this one is, I love a good sports one. Like I love a sports romance.
Do you know what cracks me up?
What?
It's like the non-sport people
Yeah.
love that shit.
Yeah,
like
I love a
Kennedy
sport romance.
is not a sport girl. Will consume every sports documentary known to mankind.
Oh yeah.
and
me
I feel
too.
like you're the same.
Yeah, I love it. I love a good sports doc.
I love that.
I was watching that one. What was the one, Justin? You had it on the TV in there.
Oh yeah, I'm almost done with it. It's the one about the Florida Gators.
Yes.
Tim Tebow stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that just came out, right? Like Swamp
Yeah,
Kings.
Swamp
Yeah,
Kings,
Swamp
yeah.
Yeah,
Kings.
I'm
Yep.
excited to watch
Yeah.
it. Did you watch the Johnny Manziel?
No, but it's on my list.
Have you watched the Johnny?
Yeah, I watched
So
that.
good. It's so
But-
good.
Is it
It's
good?
so good. It's
You
so
loved
good.
Johnny Manziel during his heyday.
Because I love a bad boy.
I know you do.
I love a but like,
I'm like, well, then I have the sports romance book for you.
okay, tell me.
Okay, so it's this girl, and she was dating a hockey player,
Ugh.
and she is going to
hockey
she's going to go to college, and she gets like right before she leaves, she meets this guy, and he's going to. They live in Canada, and he's going to play for like the local. Like
AAA team?
juniors team,
Sure.
yeah, whatever. There before he gets drafted, and they meet the night before he leaves, and then they don't see each other for a while, and then she goes to one of the hockey games with her best friend, and they bump into each other there.
No.
Yes, shocking, I know. And then
Cannot believe.
and then they just become friends, and then they start dating, and there was all kinds of twists and turns, but at the end of the day, they ended up happy, and that's all that matters to me. I love a good happy ending.
And I love just fluff books.
Oh yeah, and he's covered in tattoos.
Okay,
she's a
gorgeous.
nice girl. Like it just, oh man,
Love. I'm excited to read. Thank
classic. I'll send you the title. I don't remember that off the top of my head because
Yeah.
I read so many stupid books. But it was free on Kindle Unlimited. Those are the best ones.
Perfect.
Love Kindle Unlimited.
Perfect.
The books on there are all so stupid. It's like
And I love them.
The sentence structure is like, he walked in the room.
1,000%. And I
He
eat
opened
that
the
shit
door.
up. I'm like, this is the
yeah. And then,
on the edge of my seat.
sometimes you just need something like
You really do.
ridiculously
Like my
stupid
brain
like
is
that.
already a shit show.
Oh
you know?
yeah, it's all a mess.
Sometimes
in
I
here
need a
anyways.
little. That's why I like reality TV.
So true.
I need someone to just like, I don't have to think.
Something to distract. You
Except
know.
sometimes that aggravates the shit out of me and then I'm mad. And I'm
know.
like, okay, why am I
And
watching
you're like,
this?
what's the point of this? But yeah, we're getting into the Golden Bachelor. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm in. And
Yeah.
I'll probably watch Paradise too. I don't know if I would stay up to. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe
I'll
the
watch it
first
the next
hour.
day though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
All right. Anything else before we head on out?
I don't think so, girly girl.
Amazing.
It was great to see you.
It was. This was fun. We should do this more.
I would love to do this more. See you next week.
Okay, well, we will see you next week and we will go from there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment at Annie_Dow, at Just Happy to Be Here, at Justin Fine, 11, I think it is, or something like that. I don't know. At
Instagram star.
At Hedge Better Studios, at, not Hedge Better Studios, just Hedge Better. Sorry, I'm really fucking it up
You're
today.
fine.
Thanks to Headquarters for having us. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Listen, my girl, she stays online shopping. She likes trousers, pantsuits, things to cover her legs. You know what I'm saying? And I said, listen, girl, you gotta stop all that. My shorty wear jeans, that's dungarees, say denim, say denim. She wear jeans, that's dungarees, I say denim, that's denim. She walk into that Target, them hips make me lethargic. Got a dump truck, let's park it. And them jeans, girl, they the hardest, that's jeans. She wear dungarees, she say denim, denim. She wear jeans, that's dungarees, she say denim. Listen, she in Old Navy, ass wavy, shit making me go crazy. Say, hey girl, come flirt with me. That ass make me get surgery. She wear jeans, that's dungarees, she wear denim.